Hey, this is actually a pretty big deal. I love to see it. You should love to see this. This is good news.
I want some nasty. Are we having fun yet?
All right, surprise, surprise. Jeremy Sohan is once again on another list. And this time it comes down to off-ball gravity, in which he's right there, baby. All right, so he is top 10 as far as second year players in off-ball gravity. Now, this might not seem like that big a deal. It's very specific, obviously, right? Like second year players in off-ball gravity. But he did make the top 10 out of his draft class. And I think that that's pretty impressive. And the reason why I think that is impressive is because by him having pretty high off-ball gravity amongst his peers, it shows that he really has improved tremendously when it comes to his outside shot and just adding to his game overall. And I've said this on many different occasions. I'm not the first one. It's not like this is some genius, crazy, great take or anything. And I think it's pretty common sense that Sochan has worked on his game to the point in which he has improved in all facets of shooting. I don't know why. So recently we talked about here. I'm gonna bring up some Jeremy Sochan stats because recently we talked about Ron Holland, potentially getting Ron Holland, and how I thought that, if the Spurs did go after him, I'm not that worried about his shot improving because he has a really nice stroke, and Jeremy Sochan has a worse one. It was pretty broken, I would say, and he's still working on it. But I did say that I felt as if Sochan has improved so much that I wouldn't be shocked at all if we see similar improvements from a player that has a better overall shot. So I saw some people actually saying, well, Clan, I didn't know Sochan was a good shooter, which I never said that he was like a great shooter, but you can't deny the improvements here. Now, the 3-point percentage looked much better. He kind of came down to earth, during the last couple months of the season, but his jump shot has looked much better, and it's in the numbers as well. As a rookie, he averaged 69.8, had a 69.8 free throw percentage, and then this season, 77.1. And then if you look at 3-point percentage, 24.6 to 30.8. But what's actually even more impressive when it comes to his shooting is his college stats. So let me show you Jeremy Sochan's college stats, because it's way worse than that. I mean, way worse. Let's see, where is it? Here it is. All right, so this is him at Baylor, and you can see his free throw percentage was 59%, nearly 59%. 3-point percentage, 29, still around the ballpark. He went up a little bit. He's definitely improved there. But free throw percentage was god awful, man. Almost a 50% free throw shooter. So he has been working on his game to a huge degree. And I think that, he's one of those players, very similar to, and I'm not saying he's going to be him. I'm not saying he's going to be him, but very similar to Kawhi, in which he's coming into the league and he is a really good defender. I would argue that he's a great defender, and his versatility on the defensive end is very, very impressive. Also, with his size, being able to be a glue guy is very helpful for the future. But I could very well see, with the improvements that we've seen thus far, I could see him becoming a really good. I won't say great, because I don't think he'll end up being great. I hope he is, but a really good offensive option, scoring option at times. And I think that's all you can really ask for him. And we've already even seen an interview in which, that was a great interview, by the way. So check out that video. It's a couple videos back. But it was an interview in which the interviewers asked him, like, what is his comparisons to Draymond Green and Dennis Rodman? And he said, well, we all have this I don't care attitude. But he just blatantly put it out there. He said, I think I'm more talented on the offensive end. So he believes in himself. He knows that he can grow. He knows that he has a vision of what type of player he can become, and he's not going to just settle for good enough. That's one thing that I've seen with this team that I absolutely love. Wemby's the same way. good enough isn't good enough. He can sit back and lean on the fact that he's an elite defender already. He can lean on the fact that he's 7'5" and he has this skill set. And this could just be good enough, and he could end his career after 15 or so years, and everyone would say, hey, he was a pretty good player. But that's not good enough, right? He wants to be the best player he possibly can and add as much to his game as possible. And I feel like Sochan, he definitely shares that same type of mentality with Victor Wembanyama, and even with Devin Vassell. I think Devin Vassell is the exact same way. And I know that that's like, well, they're NBA players, of course, but not every NBA player is like that. There's a lot of players that come into the league and they do just sit on what they do, and they're like, that's good enough. That's all I have to do. That's all I have to be. I'm a role player. That's it. But I don't see Sochan as that. I think Sochan is a player that could very well potentially end up being something pretty special. And he also shown a lot of clutchness throughout this season as well. I know that's something we don't talk enough about. But anyways, sorry, went on a tangent. I just wanted to give him a shout out here. You love to see it. And who actually tagged me in this? Because I think a couple people tagged me. Big Yonko? Okay, maybe Big Yonko's tagged me in this. Yeah, so we're just gonna shout out Big Yonko. I think I'm saying that right. So big shout out to you. Thank you, my boy, for tagging me in this. And yeah, like I said, guys, if there's anything that you want me to go over, you tell me, you hit me up, send it to me on Twitter. I'll take a look. And I love stuff like this. I love when we come up on these top 10 lists. Great stuff. But yeah, let's go ahead and get out of here. Big shout out to BetUS for sponsoring this video, as always.
BetUS, America's favorite sportsbook and casino. Live betting and racebook. We're celebrating 30 years with a historic offer. A 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits. Plus 10% gambler's insurance. Get started today. BetUS, where the game begins.